Listen up, because I'm about to tell you something that no one has ever told you about love. You've been lied to. Movies, books, even your friends, they all got it wrong. They tell you that men fall in love because of looks, because of sex, because of timing. No, men don't fall in love with your body. Men don't fall in love with your beauty. Men don't fall in love with your effort. Men fall deeply in love when they feel something they cannot control. And that has nothing to do with what you look like. It's about energy. It's about presence. It's about the one thing most women never do because they're too busy trying to be chosen. Are you ready for the truth? Here it is. Men fall in love when they feel like they have to earn you, not the other way around. You've been taught to chase, to prove your worth, to be the cool girl who doesn't ask for too much. But that makes you forgettable. That makes you replaceable. A man falls hard when he senses you are a woman who chooses herself first. Men fall in love when they feel they might lose you. This is the raw, uncomfortable truth no one tells you. You think love is about proving yourself. You think if you give more, love more, show him how much you care, he'll finally see your worth. But that's not how it works. That's how you get taken for granted. That's how you become an option instead of an obsession. Because men do not value what is handed to them on a silver platter. They value what they have to fight for. You've been conditioned to believe that the more you do, be loved. That if you answer his texts in seconds, say yes to every last-minute plan, rearrange your life to fit his schedule, he'll appreciate you. But he won't. He'll get bored. He won't even realize he's losing interest until he wakes up one day and the excitement is gone. Because love isn't built on comfort. It's built on desire. And desire needs one thing to survive: fear. Fear of loss. A man doesn't fall deeply in love when he knows you'll always be there, waiting, no matter what he does. He falls when he looks at you and realizes if he doesn't step up, he's going to lose you. That's when his instincts kick in. That's when he starts thinking about you when you're not around. That's when he stops taking risks with you and starts making you a priority. Because now you're not just some girl who's always available. You're a woman who could walk away. And that is what makes him want you more than anything. You see, men chase what they think they can't fully have. When something feels too easy, they don't respect it. They don't even think about it. Their biology is wired to seek challenge, to compete, to conquer. But the second they feel like they have you 100% without any effort, without any fear of losing you, it's over. The fire dies. You know what happens when a man thinks you'll never leave? He stops putting in effort. He stops trying. He starts responding to your texts when he feels like it. He starts canceling plans last minute. He starts prioritizing everything and everyone over you. And he doesn't even realize he's doing it because he's comfortable. And when you finally get fed up and walk away, that's when he wakes up. That's when he realizes what he had. That's when he starts chasing. But you don't have to wait until it gets to that point. You don't have to lose yourself trying to keep him interested. You just have to stop making it so easy. A man should never feel like he's the center of your world. A man should never feel like he can do whatever he wants and still keep you. A man should never feel like your love is unconditional when his effort is not. Because the second he senses that, the second he realizes that you're not going anywhere no matter how he treats you, he will start taking you for granted. It's not a question of if, it's when. But when a man feels like he might lose you, everything changes. His energy shifts. His mind starts racing. He starts paying attention in a way he never has before. He stops taking risks with you. He stops playing games because now you're not just an option. You're a necessity. This is why the women who get the most respect, the most love, the most commitment are the ones who are willing to walk away. And not because they don't care. Not because they're playing games. But because they refuse to accept less than what they deserve. And that drives men crazy because suddenly he can't predict you. Suddenly he doesn't know if he's doing enough. Suddenly he's the one who has to prove himself. And that's the moment he starts to fall. Because love is not about comfort. Love is about value. And the only way a man truly values you is when he knows he could lose you. Not because you're punishing him, not because you're manipulating him, but because you have standards, because you know your worth, because you refuse to settle for anything less than the love you deserve. And that's when you become unforgettable. Men don't fall in love with your looks. They fall in love with your energy. You've been taught your whole life that beauty is your currency, that the right makeup, the perfect body, the trendy outfit will make a man obsessed with you, that if you're pretty enough, sexy enough, desirable enough, he'll never leave. But that is the biggest lie you've ever been told. Because beauty might get his attention, but it will never make him stay. If looks were enough, the most beautiful women in the world would never be cheated on. They would never be left. They would never feel alone in a relationship. But they do. Because men don't fall for the woman who looks the best. They fall for the woman who feels different. The woman who carries a presence so powerful that he can't ignore it. Your energy is your most powerful weapon. A woman who walks into a room knowing she is valuable without needing validation is unstoppable. She doesn't have to prove herself. She doesn't have to chase. She doesn't have to beg for attention. She simply exists in a way that demands it, and men can feel it. They can feel the difference between a woman who radiates confidence and a woman who is trying to impress them. They can sense when you're secure in who you are and when you're secretly hoping they'll choose you. And that difference, that changes everything. A man might flirt with the woman who needs his approval. He might text her. He might even sleep with her. But he won't become obsessed with her. He won't see her as the one he can't live without, because she's already given away her power. She's already made him the prize. But the woman who moves like she doesn't need him, the woman who doesn't change herself to fit his expectations, the woman who could take him or leave him because she knows she's worthy either way, that is the woman he will chase. Because men don't fall in love with effort. They fall in love with presence. When a woman is deeply rooted in her own worth, a man feels it in his gut. It triggers something in his biology. It makes him sit up, pay attention, and realize this is different. This is rare. This is a woman he can't just replace, because most women do the opposite. Most women try to earn love. They overgive, overthink, overcompensate. They lower their standards, hide their opinions, act chill when they really want more just to keep a man interested. But what they don't realize is the second you start proving your worth to a man, you've already lost the game. Because a man doesn't fall in love when he feels like he's being pursued. He falls in love when he has to pursue you, and he will only do that when he feels something he can't explain. That's energy. That's presence. That's the secret ingredient that no one talks about, because you don't have to be the most beautiful woman in the room. You don't have to have the perfect body. You don't have to play games or pretend to be someone you're not. You just have to outdo yourself completely. You have to walk with the energy of a woman who already knows she's enough. You have to stop second-guessing your worth based on a man's interest. You have to start moving like you are the main event, not an option. Because the second you do that, he will feel it. He will feel the difference between you and every other woman who is chasing his approval. He will feel the magnetic pull of a woman who isn't afraid to lose him. And that will make him want you more than anything. Because a man doesn't just want a beautiful woman. He wants a woman he has to earn. And the only way he will ever feel that is when you stop making him the center of your world. Men don't commit to looks. They commit to energy. The kind of energy that makes them feel like they've found something they'll never find again. The kind of energy that makes them terrified of losing you. That is the energy that makes you unforgettable. You have been brainwashed to believe that love is about giving. That the more you do, the more he will love you. That if you show up, support him, sacrifice for him, he will see your value and never leave. But that's a lie. A dangerous lie that keeps you stuck in relationships where you are undervalued, overworked, and exhausted. Because men do not fall deeply in love with the woman who gives them everything. They fall in love with the woman who chooses herself first. You think that if you love him enough, he will love you back. You think that if you prove how much you care, he will finally commit. You think that if you're always available, always understanding, always putting him first, he will realize how special you are. But what actually happens? He takes you for granted. He assumes you will always be there. He stops putting in effort because he knows you're not going anywhere. And it's not because he's cruel. It's not because he doesn't care. It's because you taught him that he doesn't have to do anything to keep you. When you overgive, you strip him of the most important thing that keeps a man engaged, the need to earn you. A man only values what he has to work for. If he didn't have to fight for it, he won't protect it. If he didn't have to step up for it, he won't appreciate it. If he didn't have to prove himself for it, he won't respect it. And yet you give him everything on a silver platter. You give your time, your energy, your love, your effort without ever stopping to ask, what is he doing to deserve this? But the women who are truly cherished, the women who men stay up at night thinking about, the women who are treated like queens, they don't overgive. They don't beg for attention. They don't try to prove their worth. They sit back and let him show up. Because the truth is, the second you start chasing a man, he starts running. The second you make him your priority, he makes you an afterthought. The second you break your own standards just to keep him, he loses respect for you. Men don't fall in love with effort. They fall in love with value. And value is something you set. It's something you decide. It's something you own. You don't become valuable by giving more. You become valuable by knowing your worth and refusing to settle for anything less. When you stop explaining why you deserve love and just expect it. When you stop being afraid of losing him and start being afraid of losing yourself. When you stop being available for half-hearted love, breadcrumbing, and inconsistency, and only accept effort, commitment, and respect. That is when men start to see you differently. A woman who chooses herself first is a woman whom men fear losing. Because she is unpredictable. She is rare. She is different. She is not desperate for attention because she already validates herself. She is not afraid to walk away because she trusts she will find better. She does not settle for potential because she knows she is worthy of love that is real. And that is the kind of woman who becomes unforgettable. Men do not fall in love with women who give them the world. They fall in love with women who make them step up to earn their world. Because the second a man realizes he has to work to keep you, he stops playing games. He stops making excuses. He stops treating you like an option. Because